happenings in the country and possibly outside the globe. Ladies and gentlemen, it's actually going to be an interesting year. We do hope that the year promises to be quite prosperous, turns out positive, and for those of us who actually write down New Year resolutions, we do hope that circumstances will not derail us from sticking to the regulations or the resolutions that we actually want to apply for the year. For some persons, these resolutions help them map out, a timetable, a schedule of events, activities, and a pattern that they want their lives to look like for the year 2026. Sometimes it turns out that way, sometimes it doesn't, sometimes partially, but it keeps them guided, it keeps them grounded, it helps them have something to look forward to, and it patterns their mental thought, their mental clarification to the events that unfolds in their lives. So it's not a bad thing for people who keep up with New Year resolutions. It's a very positive thing. It's something that helps you aspire. It's something that motivates you, and you develop projects, so that you don't just remain idle or your life is going through the same circle or activities. That's basically how it happened. But hey, interesting though, for a couple of us who do not do resolutions, who continue from where the previous year stopped, kudos to you and good luck to you. We do this audio visual, so you can join us right about now on YouTube. Yes, exactly. Go on to YouTube now, type VOP903 to be part of the conversation this evening virtually, and we intend to have quite a healthy one. We'll not really be talking too much anyway. Today's Friday, it's still the new year, and obviously, like I told you, it's going to be an interesting year because we can actually see the developments that are ongoing at this point in time. While Nigerians are anticipating for a year free of economic hurdles or economic instability, and obviously have an ability to close their eyes and not hear of one negative story or the other, insecurity still thrives. The president currently is not in the country to possibly, we don't know his destination, but we heard that he'll be traveling to Abu Dhabi for an event. The Sheikh invited him to be part of it, but before then, we just said he traveled to Europe. What for, we do not know. What happened, we do not know, which has given rise to speculation that the president has traveled to, as usual, take care of his health. Omoyele Sowore said that the presidency has become a place where they use it as an opportunity to use taxpayers' money to treat themselves, and we cannot continue recycling, the old system. We need to do something different. People who will properly utilize our monies. Well, who says the president traveled out of the country for medical reasons? He could have gone for one engagement or the other. Maybe they decided not to disclose precisely what that engagement is, but the official one that we know is what we will say the president actually went for. Ladies and gentlemen, the driver that was driving Anthony Joshua and his two friends has been taken to court, arraigned in court. We heard about that earlier today, and the reason is he needs to respond to questions as to what transpired, what kind of driving was he driving that led to the death of two of the close associates of Anthony Joshua. In that regard, anyway, we'll get to know how that development unfolds. Kidnappers are demanding 450 million naira for the Kwara monarch and others that it took. Remember yesterday we told you that some certain persons deliberately came to the palace, took the monarch and his son. They're demanding for 450 million naira. Well, maybe negotiation will have to continue from now, because I don't know how or where 450 million naira will be gotten to supposedly get the release of the monarch and his son. In that particular situation as well, we are going to head to Kano State, where we heard that terrorists attacked Faruruwa community in Shanono local government area of Kano State. They killed a Nigerian soldier and a civilian while they rustled large number of cattle. The question is, what exactly is going on? Yesterday in Adamawa State, we heard about ISWAP burning about 3 different villages. Imagine how many homes are in a particular village, not to talk of the third village, and they threatened the entire Christendom, saying that it's either they convert to Christianity, to Muslim or Islam rather, they accept Islam as a religion for them, or they will pay a tax. We've not heard the presidency respond to that. We've not heard any of the security operatives respond to that. But they're intensifying efforts to rout out these guys, while the Israeli Prime Minister has promised to assist the U.S. in helping us to tackle insecurity in Nigeria. Okay, So Nigerians are begging the president not to get distracted. He should focus on governance because that is his template for his campaign in 2027. He should leave his political shenanigan for his data boys and the likes of them that know what they know how to do when it comes to the political meandering. Meanwhile, in Rivers State, we're already seeing a political soap opera developing once again. Wike went and said and apologized to the people of Rivers that we're sorry for actually bringing in Fubara. We sincerely do apologize. He disappointed. And in the same breath, Fubara came up to say, you guys, please don't get distracted, all right? These people are backing dogs. Don't pay attention to them. Just know that we intend to ensure that Rivers State moves forward and there'll be no distractions from anybody in whatsoever form. We intend to move the state and will not allow any distractions commence. Now, during the world news at 6, we heard, obviously, Mr. Elvis disclose to us what the template is there. Fubara has aligned with the APC. He has aligned with the center. What exactly is the reason for the political upheaval between he and the godfather of Rivers? What exactly is happening? What does Wike want? What is this agreement that they have refused to divulge to us? So the SCT minister obviously disclosed today that, or rather yesterday evening when he traveled to Rivers, he was actually reacting to the supposed political hostility, which a couple of persons say are renewed. I feel that it's always been there, maybe just tampered down a little. But anyway, the hostility comes from the fact that, this is it, let's take a listen to it. This dog, okay, Fubara referred to dogs who are backing, right? Now, he didn't mention any specific name to be precise. But this is basically what Wike responded to. Wike said, this dog that is backing now backed even when Rivers people didn't know who the person was. And the dog that backed made the person to be governor when others ran away. And he's not afraid that the same dog now is backing. I wish him good luck. We have decided to go for Asiwaju Tinubu. There is no discussion about that, but there is one we must take a decision. We won't make the same mistake we made the last time. We would correct the mistake. I heard him say those who worked with Atiku are back. They couldn't give Atiku 10%. So what is the political advantage? I won't call their names, but you all know them. So who are the dogs backing? Is Wike the one backing? And Wike is telling Fubara, I made you. This dog that is backing made you. In other words, what does this tell us? Is it literally telling us eventually that elections that transpired in Rivers in 2023 was not an election? It was a selection. Somebody was selected and some persons were told to ensure that the person selected is whom is announced by INEC. How do you say in a democratic setting that you made somebody become a governor? You're saying you were the one that selected people who voted for this man? What does that mean? Are you saying the people of Rivers are not the ones who determined the outcome of their governor? That you were the one who determined his outcome? Or is it possibly because you were the one who bought the form, you were the one who galvanized support, you were the one who indicated that Fubara should be the person who will fly the flag for the People's Democratic Party in the PDP in 2023. Well, is that for the people of Rivers to tell us precisely who they would listen to? Will they listen to the FCT minister who served for 8 years without any interruption from his predecessor, who obviously could not even cross the Rivers State? Or do they sincerely love their governor? And if their governor does decide to go for a second term, that they will give Nyesom Wike a lock for his money and say, you know what? We are not going with what you want. We're going to go with Fubara. I think 2027 will be the deciding factor to indeed tell us the person that speaks the voice of Rivers people. If Wike is presenting someone else other than Fubara, and Fubara dares him and decides to campaign in 2027 to prove a point, we'll see if indeed the person controlling the tone, the political tone in Rivers, or if there's someone pulling the strings of the people of Rivers when it comes to elections. In as much as these gladiators have a mechanism that makes things sway or swing their way, the people are the priority. There is nothing you can do about it. You can have your machinations on ground, but you know you need people to come out and vote. If people do not come out and vote, no matter what you plan, it wouldn't be authentic. So that is why you see campaigns are very heavy. No matter who buys our neck or who buys the judiciary, no matter how they plan it, they need the people to come out and vote. And that's why they pay heavily for campaigns. All right, ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to the Evening Rush. My name is Esther Mwachuku. I have Mr. Lawal Ekundare right here in the studio with me. Mr. Lawal Ekundare, good evening. How are you?
Good evening.
Happy New Year.
Thank you. I wish you more prosperity this year.
Amen. Amen. I sincerely appreciate you.
CVs.
I sincerely appreciate you coming. Mr. Tony Mbata is supposed to join us today, but I don't know if he's going to eventually arrive to the studio. So let's look at a couple of issues. We'll start from the gazetted copy of the tax bill. So the president, the tax has commenced full on. I hope you know that. It's official now.
Yesterday.
But yes, yesterday, obviously. But the president is telling us that they're looking into the whole shenanigan, the conflict of interest that arose with the gazetted copy, and the National Assembly released certified copies of the signed tax bills so that anyone who wants to look at it can look at it. They said they are taking steps to address the public concerns over the alleged discrepancies in the recently passed tax acts. They promised to make available certified true copies of the bills signed by the president. Now, the Director of Information of the National Assembly, Bulabi Allah, said the clerk of the National Assembly has been directed to release the signed tax bills, including the certificate pages, for public verification. Biala said the decision follows public calls for transparency after reports surfaced alleging inconsistencies between the versions of the tax acts captured in the votes and proceedings of the legislature and those later gazetted. My question to you is it about the publishing of the copies of the certified true copies of the tax, or Nigerians are lamenting that we do not trust the implementation of this tax, and we don't know how you're going to utilize this tax, and we don't know why you're taxing us because we are already overburdened? Why are you still taxing us? I don't know if you understand my drift. The argument from Nigerians here, whether it's the true certified copies or not, the issue is the fact that they are not in the mood for this tax imposition. They don't have it. They feel economically strangulated. Businesses are literally trying to stay afloat. So why would you want to impose this tax, in as much as the government has told us that the tax is people friendly, especially for businesses that are still trying to scale through? But if you look at the annual income, if the money coming to your account is 100,000 in a month, by the end of the year, more than 800,000 naira would have come into your account, isn't it? And what we heard was from 800,000 and above annually that you make, they will deduct the tax. So in other words, you will still be taxed. I don't know if you get my drift. You will still be taxed. So that's what Nigerians are concerned about. Why are they not addressing that?
Now, let's clarify something. One, it's not that Nigerians don't pay tax. Nigerians are paying tax.
No, I'm not saying they're not paying tax.
I'm just trying, because where people will be saying that maybe like, don't you want to pay tax? We've been paying tax. We are paying income tax. Now, this one, we call it tax reform. That is, they are reforming the one we are already paying before. Not reforming it downward, though. They are reforming it upward. So we are paying more. Now, and Nigerians are raising an eyebrow that why do we need to pay more? Because when you earn more, you pay more. But we are not earning more, because what we earn, the standard of this is the value has decreased, and then you want to tax more. Of what value is it when you say you are benefiting Nigerians? Those are the questions. Now, another one, we still have the one that was done before. You know, we always have this New Year gifts every now and then from this administration. I remember the subsidy gone that came to us. You know, we still haven't resolved that up to now. It's still there, because from how much was a fuel at that time? Less than 100 I mean, less than 200 to 1,000 plus. So we have not seen any benefit of it to the ordinary Nigerians. Now we are paying more tax now again, and the same promise that was given to us during the time of a subsidy gone is the same promise they are telling us that is going to benefit us. And the first one did not benefit us at all. I don't know how it benefited us, because we are still in it. Now we are having another one. They said is for our own benefit. How is it our own benefit? Where you are taxing us more and we are not earning more, and the value of even what we are earning is reducing. Now, and then we have the issue of the discrepancy between the one passed and the one gazetted, and then we are still running around that we expected at least that should be cleared. If you want to clear an issue between two documents, the document has to be put on hold for it to be cleared. Is that not it? And then after it has been cleared, you now move it forward. But they said no, we will start it, and then we'll be looking at the disparity. How is that possible when there's a disparity between two documents, and then you want to clear the disparities and harmonize it? You now say no, one thing that will continue while we'll set up a committee to look into the disparity between the two documents. How is that possible? You get it? So Nigerians demand, they want confidence. They want government they can be proud of, something they can be boast of, something they have confidence in. But all these things, we are not really getting it. Nigerians are not getting. That's why Nigerians keep raising an eyebrow, because there was a question I asked, and I keep asking, and people keep trying to explain, and people are asking outside, this tax, is it going to take care of every tax we are paying, or we are still going to be paying the normal taxes we are paying? Because we pay the income tax, the one for the state, we pay the one for the federal. Is it going to cover everything, or those one will still be existing? These are the questions that Nigerians are not clear, because when you call experts and they are discussing, and somebody who is not an expert is sitting down there, you know that it will be lost totally. It will be lost, and he has the right to demand answers and clarification for something like that to be clear. So people ask these questions. Those taxes we are paying before, is it going to stop, and then this new one will be the one we'll be paying totally, or all those ones will still be existing? Why this one will still come along with those ones, and they'll be running in pari passu together? Nigerians want to find out. These are the questions, and these are the things that Nigerians are demanding, to be clarified about. And another thing is that some of them are asking, okay, well, those ones we've been paying before, what are the benefits? We keep hearing about key infrastructures. We are not seeing any serious key infrastructures. We keep hearing about what other things, the benefit. We are not seeing the benefit of a former one. What is the assurance that we are going to get any benefit from this one? So if you want it to benefit Nigeria, you should be telling Nigerians exactly how it's going to benefit them. Are you going to use the tax to drive down the inflation that is going on in the country? Are you going to use the tax to put more money in the Nigerians, in the pocket of ordinary Nigerians? Are you going to use the tax I don't understand. These are the questions that Nigerians are asking, because majority of Nigerians just want to go in their normal activities, their daily normal lawful activities, and then be able to live normal, not to be oppressed. But what we are seeing now is there's a lot of issues that need to be clarified concerning these taxes that we are talking about.
Well, the clarifications by Mr. Taiwo has actually been stated. He's been very clear cut about it. The thing is, Nigerians don't trust anything the government says. There is a major disparity when it comes to trust. If the government breathe like this, they see it as sawdust. If the government tries with a balm to calm their wounded souls, they see it as deceit. They see it as a cunning way to extort more from them. They feel that anything the government says that has to do with money, the money is going to line their personal pockets. The government of the day has not tried to be transparent with the people at all. Let's start from the subsidy removal that they declared was part of their manifesto in 2023 when the president assumed office. He vowed that the subsidy removal will definitely benefit Nigerians. Up till now, as of July, in November 2025, they had saved about 84 trillion naira or billion naira from subsidy removal, and up till now trillion, right? 84 trillion, and nobody knows what the money has been used for, where it went. We're still hearing states complain about that there is unemployment. We're still hearing about underdevelopment. The state governors that were given most of the monies to develop their states, it feels like nothing is happening in that sector. Insecurity is on the rise despite monies being budgeted to all our security apparatus and personnel, but then we continue to, if not for the supposed Trump statement, which we're seeing a collaborative effort to rout out these guys, everything seems redundant. So the presidency is telling us statistically that his economic policies is revitalizing the economy, but realistically there is a major contrast. So the issue with the tax is trust. They're now asking, other tax that we have been paying, others that has been implemented, please kindly give us a breakdown of what you've used it for.
Yes. So how it has benefited the ordinary Nigerians.
What is your accountability procedure that you would say this is what you use the money for? They have not been able to give that. We even heard for the budget itself, they've not been able to give a proper breakdown on how the budget was utilized. What was utilized? The other day, the Minister of Finance came and told us at the National Assembly that indeed there was a major deficit. They were only able to make 10 trillion naira. Expenditure was 30 trillion. Meanwhile, in the same breath, in September, the president had told us that we had gone beyond expectation when it comes to the budget. When you have these inconsistencies, how do you expect the people to believe anything at all, even if you tell them that this is for you? That's the issue Nigerians are actually having with this. So how will Mr. Taiwo, no matter how well intentioned he is in scheduling this and breaking this down, how would he, in the subconscious of Nigerians, make them believe that this is indeed for you? What do you think should be the first step for this government to make that sense of accountability to the people that this is what we have done so far? And how soon should they do that now that the tax whatever has officially begun?
That's why I said that when experts are talking, they have their terminologies and their figures, especially when it comes to accounting, how to arrange everything. But to an ordinary Nigerian who is not an accountant, we want you to bring it down to his level or our level to be for proper understanding. But we are not seeing that. If you go on the street, ask Nigerians about this new tax, they will tell you they don't really understand. They don't, because anytime he comes on board, he will talk like an accountant. And all Nigerians are not accountants. They are not specialists in accounting. So you have to bring it down to their level. And simple questions like the one I asked is what some of them are asking. The tax we've been paying before, are we not paying those tax again? We are paying new one. Those ones are gone. So those tax is gone, or it's an addition. These are simple questions they ask. Simple questions. Then they can sit down and calculate their income, like a bricklayer now. Who is you give contract and you give money, you send money into his account, and the money is deducted from his account, or you expect him to pay tax from what he used to pay before, and it's got that is higher. He want answers now. So all this big grammar you are saying, he's an illiterate. He's just a bricklayer. That they gave contract to build one or two parts from in a house. That's what he does. He's an illiterate, and he wants to understand in a simple term what and what will be deducted from his account and why. So these are simple questions.
The contrast in the whole thing from what we were told as to how the president said that he would kick the ground running when he assumed office in 2023 was the fact that things escalated from where they were. If you came and met something at 50 naira, the president came and turned to 1,000 naira 500. How is that supposed to benefit us economically? I don't know if you understand.
I get it now. That's why I keep talking about that fuel subsidy.
We had that down the line, in as much as things would be difficult then, that things would get better. It hasn't gotten better, Mr. Lawal Kundaya. Let's look at the basic things. What are the basic things that a typical Nigerian needs? Let's just say a typical Nigerian is self-employed. He's doing his small business. Let's talk about those people that...
talk about Baba. Start with a Baba.
No, any small business whatsoever.
Who use it? Maybe there's no light, no electricity. He needs a little fuel to run his generator.
Let's just talk about the Nigerians thrive in small businesses, and we're talking about small business owners, whether a barber, a tomato seller, a pepper seller. They all need energy. They all need power supply. If you buy pepper today and you're not able to sell everything, you need to refrigerate it. If you go home, there's no refrigerator. How do you preserve it? Or a fish seller. What I'm saying that predominantly Nigerians are entrepreneurs. They're self-sustaining. Do you understand? Somebody who is self-sustaining has calculated the capital they've used to start up their small business, and over time they'll know what their turnaround is. So if, for example, I'm a tomato or pepper seller and I have 50,000 naira per adventure, I go to Oyinbo or Mile 12 and I buy pepper worth 25,000 naira. I intend to make profit out of that whole pepper with maybe 20,000 naira, and I go there. What I usually buy, maybe 2 or 3 baskets for 25,000, they tell me it's now 70,000. Obviously, I have to make my profit. I need to reflect when I go back to my small shop as I am selling as a retailer. I, who basically, let's just say, for example, that my salary is 70,000 or 80,000, and I want to prepare small stew, and I buy tomato, something I used to buy, for example, before 250 or 150 naira, and I go to the market and they tell me 4 pieces is now 700 naira. Tell me what expectations you want me to have in terms of the monies I have budgeted to feed my home for that month based on my salary, structure, my salary budget. This is a thing. Now, we heard that over time that will reduce, things will come back in line, because then the flotation of the naira, all of those would have stabilized the market. It didn't work, Mr. Lawal Ekundaya. It didn't work. The only thing we saw was a competition with Dangote, which obviously he helps to create a sense of, to reduce that sense of monopoly. But regardless, we haven't gotten to selling petrol to maybe 300 or 250 naira per liter compared to where it was before. So what was the benefit of that subsidy removal? That's one. Two, when it comes to infrastructure, you saw the Yuletide season, how Nigerians were traveling home. They were stuck in traffic.
Yes.
Majority of the roads, major roads, were bad. These roads were roads that we heard the government had paid money to, for them to resuscitate and create a sense of seamlessness. But from that time that we had the Minister of Minister of Works, Dave Umahi, some of the roads have not been completed. The only focus has been the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway. So transportation did not work. Now people pay tolls. People who transport goods and services, they pay along the road. And when they get back to their shop where they will display their wares, they would implement that money that they paid on the way for security. So my question is this, Mr. Lawal Ekundaya. Where did the economic policy formation work? How did it better anybody's life? This is the reality. Nobody's castigating anybody. And then beyond that, we've not been able to come out of it. We're hearing more tax implementation.
That's you have put it in the layman's language. A very simple question that ordinary Nigerians who are doing their just going their normal lawful duties will want to ask. These are simple questions. These are things they want to ask. Okay, you want to tax me more. What have I benefited? The administration is running towards its end, and then we're having more taxes, and the people wants to know, okay, for this period you have been there, for this thing you have been doing and collect, what benefit have I been able to gain from it? This Yuletide, some people spent 2 days on the road traveling to the east. They spent 2 days. Transportation fare went up as high as 70-something thousand naira from Lagos to Calabar. 70-something thousand naira. Now, somebody who is earning such a small money, you are not going to talk about the small transportation that we added to it too, because when you get to the final bus stop, you still have to take a smaller bus from smaller bus before you eventually get to your destination. No. By the time you add everything together, it will close to 100,000, and then you are still going to come back.
Okay.
Now, when you are going to eat when you get there. Now, how many months' salary are you going to save because you want to travel, and yet you need to travel? It wasn't like this before. Now, it wasn't. The whole thing just skyrocketed within a short time, and ordinarily you will ask, what is my benefit? Now, like the one I told you about, the barber, I keep using that as an example because all these young boys, some of them learn barbing and they do their business because they don't have money to get a shop. You see them by their house, in front of their house. They can just put a small generator there with a small fuel. They'll start their businesses there. Just at that side though, because they cannot afford to get a shop. With electricity, because electricity is not always available, it's not reliable. So you see them with their generator, and when fuel was less than 200 naira, they can buy 1 liter. Now the fuel has gone up to close to 1,000 naira. How much will they tell the person that they want to barb his hair? Because the reason why they are managing that angle is because they made their own cheap. compared to those in the shops. Now by the time you now bring that case upon them, how much will they, by the time they increase their amount, those ones will not come again. You get it? Right, now how will they survive?
Let's look at things from another angle. Now there are talks that there were some sectors that price of goods and services reduced, but typical Nigerians know how to extort themselves.
Which one?
No, just hold on. Nigerians know how to extort themselves. They possibly take advantage of the season, refuse to supposedly reduce prices of certain things, despite the fact that the government has put a peg on the limit of prices of certain items, like food items. But some persons will say, this is the Yuletide season, let's make money. Some persons say Nigerians are the ones doing themselves, or Nigerians are the ones making the government look unstable. Nigerians are the ones making the administration of the day seem like whatever it is they're saying is not what is actually being implemented in the sector. Let's say some people think that there is no civic responsibility from the angle of the people to corroborate with whatever it is the government has pegged when it comes to market prices of basic items. But here is the ordeal, Mr. Lawal Ekundayo. For 2026, we know that it's not magic. Governance is not magic. Nigeria is a very peculiar and also a complex country. And the APC, since it assumed office in 2015, took over this leadership. It feels like the previous administration did not have the know-how to handle things. The expectation was more on President Tinubu because of, the perceived nature with which he handled the Lagos economy. And that was what was expected of him to do. But that has not turned up positively. Some persons will say they are positively enjoying this government, but some persons will tell you that's not the case. In this aspect, how do you expect Nigerians to believe that this year, with what this tax stipulates, that it will be different from what was experienced last year?
I don't know that's what you mean by stability. Is it going to make Nigerian life better?
That's what they claim. That's what they're telling us about the tax reform. That's what it intends to do.
How?
It intends to stabilize the economy.
How?
It also intends
you are taxing somebody. You are collecting more money from somebody, and you are telling me that it's going to stabilize. How is it going to stabilize that person?
Mr. Taiwo Yedele all this while.
That's why I said when he's talking, he talks like an accountant. He doesn't talk like a Nigerian. You are talking accountantly. You get it? You are taking us figures. The question is, how will it translate into the lives of the ordinary Nigerian? You want to tax somebody more, somebody who is already suffering, who is already poor, and you tax that person more, and then you want to tell me that thing is going to benefit the person you have collected more money from. So how? Simple. That's a simple logic now. It's a simple reasoning. If you give a child more money to go to school, you have more money to spend. If you take more money from the child will have less money to spend. That's so simple logic now. Now, the country where you talk about taxing, where they tax, you see the way they have structured their society so that the society totally take care of you. Health almost is free. There's health that is free. Their place food is almost free because it's so cheap that you can even buy food for anybody. Transportation from a road, even their aircraft is so cheap that anybody can travel easily. Talk less of you want to board train. So cheap, so affordable.
In other words, you're saying that the basic necessities needed for any individual outside the country is provided.
It's almost any small money you have like this is so big
above a certain threshold. So that's the question. Electricity, poor. Good rate network, nothing. Healthcare system, nothing to write home about. Infrastructure development is unless privately owned establishments. Even educational institutions, unless privately owned educational institutions. Very few states are economically developed. Very few states have infrastructure, proper infrastructure. Very few states have social welfare services. As you can see, what transpired just this December with the fire outbreak and the response and all of that stuff. So the question is, where is all the money going? If we're making huge amounts of money, running into trillions of naira, if NNPC, which seems to be a major form of income in terms of generating revenue, where is that money going? Is the money being kept in a vortex that is only accessed by a few individuals? How come the money is not circulating as promised?
Do you remember that they said that this 2025 December, we had the news that the government write off cancel some debt of NNPC running to close to 7 trillion.
Why would they cancel?
That's what we're wondering.
Debts?
And we said, when we saw the story,
And
we already said it was not debt. This thing is it's a remittance.
Spanning 2017 till 2023, with thereabouts, 200 and something trillion naira is missing. The House had told us they will look into it, but we've not had any report. The last time the EFCC did a clampdown on certain former MDs and CEOs of NNPC, traced several accounts where they had recycled the monies, but we have not heard any update from there.
That's it. So then you can see that, like I will say, I do say, there are two most lucrative businesses in Nigeria now: business industry, corruption industry, and this terrorism, but kidnap and collect money. Those are the two industries that are doing very well in Nigeria here. If a governor, and even somebody who a political office holder embezzle money, you see the next thing that happen. You see the way everything will be dancing around, and until we will forget everything. That is a lucrative business now. If you steal billions, just use part of it to settle and pocket the rest. As long as you belong to the camp of some certain people, your sins are forgiven.
How will the government of the day resuscitate any form of trust from the people?
That's it.
What is the mechanism they need to apply between January and March this year for Nigerians to physically see that what they said is exactly what they're doing?
Go back to 2025. Do proper auditing. Update the account. All those money that have been stolen or lost or cannot be accounted for, bring those money back or bring those people back to book, and let them face justice. All the monies you are spending politically or for the politician, the House of Assembly, all the money you are giving to remove, reduce that money from them. Their money should simply be their salary and their simple allowances, not all those money they are collecting that do not have account. For example, the constituency allowance, who's checking it? Who's checking it? Some of them, you saw video, you saw news of some reps, giving what is it, sugar cane for God's sugar cane as empowerment. Sugar cane, that people should go and plant sugar cane as empowerment, and they have collected what, billions. So who's checking them now? This assembly people are supposed to checkmate the executive, but when they have their own hands soiled already, how would they checkmate the executive? So it's free for all. The judiciaries, you see the executive buying houses for them, buying vehicles for them, all these things, and you begin to wonder why. There's no separation of power. If that's where you need to build trust. But by the time we see proper governance, you see accountability, you see corrupt leaders are dealt with. That's where people will have confidence, because when you do that, people will walk along with you. You have a vision, you have a goal, they walk along with you. But all this one, you see money written off, you see politicians who evidences are there that he embezzle money or misappropriate money. Before you know it, such a person will be walking around on the street. There is one of them that said that he's contesting the election.
Yeah, Bello. We saw him recently dancing and jubilating and all whatnot. And apparently his case is still under the rug. And thank you for actually coming up with that, because today operatives of the Economic and Financial Crimes Commission and obviously officials of the Nigeria Correctional Service, they clashed at the Federal High Court in Abuja over security arrangements during the trial of the former Attorney General of the Federation, Abubakar Malami. Now, according to the situation that developed, the confrontation reportedly stemmed from a disagreement between the two agencies over which of them should take charge of security during the court proceedings involving the former minister. Apparently, tensions escalated as officials from both sides laid claim to controlling access and security at the court premises, particularly at the entrance of the courtroom. Sources at the court said the situation degenerated to the point where officials from both agencies allegedly threatened to shoot each other over the disputes. As a result of the standoff, journalists were subjected to additional screening, with both the EFCC and the Nigerian Correctional Service staff members insisting on clearing members of the press before granting access to the court. Now, journalists, some of them were eventually denied entry into the courtroom, with officials claiming that the courtroom was already filled to capacity. So again, look at this kind of disposition at the courtroom. over who would be in charge of the security at the courtroom entrance for the former Attorney General of the Federation or the former Justice Minister, whichever profiling you want to give him. I would like to know what your take is about that.
It's not new now. You remember a Emefiele case now, where there was almost a fight. I don't understand.
Yes.
As if we don't have all these things.
And the Correctional Service Center.
These people go abroad for training, you know. You see them going to Europe, going to America for training, you know, and then they come here and begin to behave like a tout. You want to tell me that you don't know who and who is supposed to be, even if you come together. Can't you see a way by which you can, do things together on your own?
They threaten to shoot each other over who is in charge of the access into the courtroom. Over who should be in charge of the security at the entrance into the courtroom. So is it because Abubakar Malami is a high profile case? I don't understand. I don't see them clash like that over any Nigerian.
Maybe he's paying them for security. Who knows?
Obviously, you have to pay if you're there right now. Obviously,
because for them to be dragging, that means they are dragging business. You know, when you are dragging business, who wants to take customer and who wants to take customer? I don't. And the question I ask is actually, Malami is a Muslim now. Why are they not using Sharia for him? You get it? Because I know there's Sharia law now. Why are they not using Sharia law for him now instead of going for the Western? Have you talked about that? Because you have seen so many people in which they use Sharia for.
Instead of going for the criminal code. Right?
Yes, now you could use the penal one, the Sharia one for him now. Now because he's a Muslim. So why are you using the other one? You can see the way they do these things. See the way they do. If it were the ordinary Nigerians, they will decide the law they will use. If it is their own, they will decide the law they will use. You can see what is going on now. So that when we talk sometimes, people think that we don't love the country. But look at what is going on. When it comes to the ordinary man, they will use Sharia. When it comes to their own, they will use the normal law. Because you can see. So what is just a simple breakdown of law and order that is happening up there. That is total, because this is not the first time. It's been occurring like this, in which when it comes to a high profile case, they'll be dragging who will be able to who will take charge of the person, as if it's a personal, it's a contract, like a business. The person is going to pay. So a lot of things is happening in which the government needs to put itself in place to be able to build the confidence in Nigerians. Build the confidence. It's getting too much. Look at the case. I don't know how far they've gone about the case of that house in Lagos. Have those people been rescued? Do you get any news that they've been rescued?
All right. So the former Minister of Finance, Kemi Adeosun, is in the news today, and she clarified actually that fuel subsidy was killing Nigeria. So this is what she says. She revealed that all ministers during her tenure were aware that the fuel subsidy regime was harmful to Nigeria's economy, but the federal government lacked the political will to end it. Adeosun made the disclosure during a very recent interview. She explained that the government's refusal to remove the subsidy, despite glaring evidence of its abuse, resulted in Nigeria indirectly subsidizing fuel for neighboring West African countries. She said fuel smuggling across Nigeria's land borders made it impossible to justify the volume of daily fuel consumption figures submitted under the subsidy regime. She said the funds wasted on subsidies could have been invested in critical sectors such as education, healthcare, and infrastructure. She also said that the president's removal of fuel subsidy was a good one to go, and that she called on the federal government to use the savings to deliver tangible benefits to Nigeria. So she went ahead to say, now that the policy is gone, of course, there are some overspills, but in the long run, Nigerians are going to be so much better off on that. Now, the question has to be, how do you convert those savings to help the people? I don't like the word palliative. That's what she says. The government has to do something structural to help people adapt to these policy changes. She urged citizens to hold public officials accountable by questioning how state budgets are spent. And that's what we're doing here. How was the budget spent? The money saved from subsidy, how did you spend it? Where are the critical sectors that you spent it? If you have been able to save 84 trillion naira as of July 2025, the latest update on how much subsidy had been saved. If indeed there is a total subsidy removal, what have you spent the money on? No palliative. Don't tell us you gave people food. All right? Beyond the Lagos Calabar Coastal Highway, okay, possibly they use it for the Nile Fund now that you're using for loan. What other thing have you used? Tangible thing that Nigerians can say you've used that money on? Why haven't you given a breakdown as to what you used the subsidy money on? That's the question. So if Kemi Adosho is telling us that indeed that subsidy was killing Nigerians, the president reiterated it, and he has done the right thing by removing it. Where has the money gone to? And how did it absorb more pain away from Nigerians?
Now, one thing is this. Nothing is wrong with subsidy. Normally, subsidy is there to make life better for the citizen. All the reasonable countries in the world are paying subsidy.
Okay.
They are subsidizing. So it's not something that is evil. Subsidy is to make life better for the people. So Nigerians should listen. Go and browse, go and check it very well. In China, in US, in Europe, in Saudi Arabia, in go across the world, you are going to see them subsidizing up to fuel, food. They are some of them even subsidize this in Europe. They subsidize this female sanitary wares for their monthly cycle. You go to the pharmaceutical, you pick free of charge, to let you see that subsidy is a normal thing for every government to pay. They are doing it across the world. For Nigeria government to say they are removing subsidy, as if it is evil, it's a lie. I'm saying it as it's a lie. Go and everybody should go pick your phone and browse it and check subsidy all over the world. I say that many countries in the world are subsidizing. So that is that. Second, the reason why they created that subsidy in the first place was because there's a problem on ground. The problem was that our refinery was not working. So they had to.
It was never working.
There was a time it was working.
Which time?
But when they made it, the first time, the time it was constructed.
That was like way back. How many
years? Yes. When it now stopped working, when there was an issue, there was a short form. They now created that subsidy to cushion the effect, because they were importing instead of producing in Nigeria. They were importing. So the landing cost, that is, when you produce it from another country, you are bringing to Nigeria, you have to pay ship, pay everything, pay this and before you bring it to Nigeria. So government is now paying for that because we are the one causing the problem. We are going to offset that logistics. That is the purpose of the subsidy. Now, if you want to take the subsidy away, the reason why you created the subsidy, have you been able to solve it? That the Nigerian refineries were not working. That was why. Now, as Nigerian refineries begin to work, before you now say you remove the subsidy, these are questions. Because if Nigerian refineries is working or are working, and then we are producing our fuel in Nigeria here, then there will be no reason for all this landing costs, shipment, logistics. All those money will be gone, and then the price will be affordable for Nigerians. That was the purpose of the subsidy. Now the subsidy is gone. The problem to cushion the effect of that subsidy, the problem is still there, and the problem is that we still don't have our own refinery. Nigeria is if I would say, perhaps the only country in the world that is has petrol, crude oil in their land and don't have refinery. We are the only, I think, perhaps the only country for now. Now, the problem is there. It has not been removed, and then you are removing subsidy. So anybody who said that subsidy removal is good, I don't know how good it is, because the problem is still there. You now divide to Dangote refinery. Dangote is a businessman, for God's sake.
Well, Mr. Lawa Ekundai, so we don't overflow this particular situation. If $84 billion has been saved so far, as at the last count in June or so, 2025, we want to know precisely what $84 billion has been used for. If you convert that to naira, that's about 1 and something trillion naira. If you convert that $84 billion to naira. So we want to know exactly where it has gone, not palliative. We just want to know precisely what has been done with it. Let the government give us an accountability for that. And then what is the possibility or the positive aspect that all the tax that had been utilized in 2025, let's see a breakdown of where the monies went and what the government used for it, so that Nigerians can willingly, without being forced or being told, do what they need to do in terms of their civic responsibility by paying their tax as at when due. All right, we'll take a very short break, ladies and gentlemen. You kindly stay with us, and the evening rush continues.
House dey dark and nepa bill dey choke. E dey worry you as e dey affect your business. Solution don come. Imagine say you wake up for morning, light no shake, fridge don block, business no get wahala, everything dey okay. No be dream o. With Yohaku, na you dey control your light. Yohaku dey sell gas cooker, freezer, fridge, and dem go furnish you with modern kitchen o. Whether na inverter, batteries, panels, smart street lights, be na solar AC system wey you wan use for house, business, abi for industrial work, Yohaku stand chim to help you. Bye to nepa bill o. No wait till transformer go spoil again o. Oya run call Yohaku for 070-121-30260 or 080-324-82573, or you fit to call 080-669-60066. For Lagos, we dey for shop F1179 Industrial Section, Ojo Alaba International Market, or shop G6 Electronic Section, Alaba International Market, Headline, Ute Obochi Plaza, Abuja office na Corporate 13, Dubai International Market, back of Games Village, Karu District for Abuja. For Port Harcourt, we dey for number 51, Oporo Road, Eziowa Elite Trade Center for River State. Yohaku website na www.yohakuproducts.com. Online store na www.yohakustore.com. Yohaku, from sun to earth, we dey make your mind dey cool.
Welcome back. This is still the Evening Rush right here on Voice of the People 90.3 FM. If you are just joining us, I wouldn't say you've missed quite a lot, but we were talking about the tax regime that has commenced already yesterday and the possibility of Nigerians having to stick to it, and the distrust naturally perceived towards the government of the day, and how the government of the day can resuscitate the trust of Nigerians. So you don't need to compel them to do what they're supposed to do as regards their civic responsibilities. We're looking into that. And then obviously we talked about the subsidy removal. What exactly is the accountability? What's the breakdown in where did the money go? What sectors did they infuse it on? They say they get the monies to the state governors, but you know, some states you cannot even see any form of clarification or even development as to what the monies were used for. So the big question is, who is compelling who is checking on who is asking questions. We're being told to ask questions, to hold our public officials accountable, starting with the state governors. The president has asked them to wet the ground. So how can the state governors give us a breakdown of what they use the monies allocated to them through the subsidy removal? What have they used it for? If Nigerians are still complaining that they're not seeing the efficacy efficacy of the subsidy removal in how they run up their daily activities. That's basically what we've been talking about. Now, moving on to the political scene, the National Working Committee of the New Nigeria People's Party has dissolved all its executive committees in Kano State. This is ahead of the anticipated defection of Governor Abba Yusuf to the All Progressives Congress. The NNPP National Publicity Secretary Oladipo Johnson announced the decision in a statement today, noting that the party plans to set up a caretaker committee in the coming days. The move comes amid a political crisis between NNPP national leader and the former Kano State Governor Rabiu Musa Kwankwaso and Governor Yusuf, who is reportedly close to joining the APC, a step strongly opposed by Kwankwaso. The Kano State chapter of the APC has confirmed that Yusuf is expected to fully join the party within a few days. That will make it about 27 states taken over by the APC. Yeah. This is a massive one for APC, because we heard that Kwankwaso was also joining the APC, but I'm surprised that Kwankwaso is not joining. But what's his name, Governor Yusuf. So that's one key state during elections. So what does this stipulate?
And the question is, why? On what ground is
he defecting?
Yes,
because he wants to be close to the center.
Most of them say they want to be close to the center. That's the issue. Dictatorial system of government that will run.
Who is dictating? No, are you saying they are compelling them to?
That's a dictatorial system of government. You say you want to be close to the center. What do you mean by close to the center? You know, is it allocation? Everybody's getting the allocation normal. You are making your own money normal. Everybody's doing that. So why do you want to be close to? What do you mean by you are close to the center? I don't understand. So that you be giving more money compared to others that didn't defect. You can see but that's why they said that we don't have ideology in Nigeria here. No political ideology. Everybody's just doing whatever they like. That's why the country has no direction. No state can tell you where they are taking their state. No state governor can adequately tell you where they are taking their state to. They have no ideology, no goal. They can't tell you this is where we are going. Oh, we want to be the agrarian and state of the world that will supply the whole of West Africa with food. No one can say no, we want to be so and so. No ideology. That's why you see they will say they want to. Why do you want to be close to the center? Why? These are the questions that press should be asking them. But you see them, the next thing they want to defect. Defect for what? For your own personal reasons, not to the benefit of the people of the state. Because those states that have defected, what's the benefit of the people to the state? I mean, what was the people gaining from the state? When you defected, what tangible thing did you bring to the state? It's still the usual thing, garbage in, garbage out. So why do you defect? Because of your own personal reasons. That's why they tell us here that the way we do politics here has no definition. I don't understand what we do here. No direction, nothing, no ideology. Anywhere belle face, that's where they follow. That is what is going on. So you are saying you are defecting now based on the fact that you want to be close to the center. What do you mean by being close to the center? What is your allocation reduced because of the fact that you are not a member of a APC? No. If you join, will they increase your allocation beyond what they were giving every other person?
Whatever political machination is at work, it's working. This tells you that the APC is not, relenting. If you have most of the states in the APC now, it tells you that they will definitely deliver. Caleb Muftuang of Plateau State has also joined the APC. He has promised to deliver to the APC.
What are they doing? Is it not votes?
He has promised to deliver more than 1 million votes
that's all.
to the APC.
That's all. That's
for
the only
the
promise.
2027 elections.
Selfish interest.
I don't know how they intend to deliver the votes or how they intend to compel INEC or the Resident Electoral Commissioner there to deliver votes. But at the end of the day, people have said that it's between APC and Nigerians.
Yes, it has come to it clearly that now
going to be. Now let's look at the situation with Fubara and Wike. Wike is saying that there is nothing on earth that can save Fubara. That this is the end of his political career. He can't come back the second time. That's what Wike is actually says. And nothing on earth can save Fubara. That's what he said. Also, Fubara urged his supporters to remain calm in this political soap opera that is resurging itself in Rivers State because of the face-off. Now, during the New Year banquet on Thursday at the Government House in Port Harcourt, Fubara said his team has chosen not to react noisily because they fully understand the situation, while those making noise are doing so out of confusion. He reassured his supporters that all necessary arrangements have been put in place to ensure the smooth running of his administration and to support his re-election ambition. So he intends to go for the second time. Now, he used an analogy where he explained that unnecessary reactions often stem from a lack of understanding. He says, don't be disturbed of what is happening. Caesar once said the only reason a dog barks is when it doesn't understand. If you have a dog in your house and it knows you, does it need to bark? When it does, it is probably seeing something it doesn't understand. We're not backing because we understand. We know where we are going and we have put everything in place to make the journey smooth. So now that Fubara has joined the APC, does it mean that the president has promised him automatic win in 2027, and now he's exhibiting full confidence that no matter what Wike says, now he's under the umbrella of the APC, so he is definitely covered? Because most of them who are defecting to the APC have been promised an automatic ticket for the second term. Could this be the reason why Fubara is this confident? And then if that is the case, was Wike not expecting Fubara to defect to the APC? Is he acting out of the fact that he didn't expect Fubara to defect to the APC? That's one. And two, what does he mean that Fubara cannot get out of this? What does that statement mean?
You know, he has always talked. His talk is always like that. You know, full of himself and assuring himself. But he has forgotten that even others too have brain. Now that's why we said that it's in a crossroad. He is in a crossroad.
Who is in a crossroad?
Wike now.
Oh, okay. He's at a crossroad now.
Yes. I use the word in a crossroad.
He's at a crossroad.
There's a reason why I said in, because in means that he's standing.
No, it's at a crossroad.
No, I know. Well, I'm just trying to,
It doesn't realize at a crossroad.
Okay, thank you. We did science. You did English. So now what I'm trying to say is that there are two hands.
Okay.
Two parallel lines. He wants to bring the two parallel lines together, and it's not coming together. So his legs are on two level now, and the two level are going. So he doesn't know whether to carry the right to the left or carry the left to join the right and stay in one line. You know why? Because it's in PDP. He needs to keep an eye on PDP. Okay. And he wants to keep an eye on Fubara. Now, when Fubara was in PDP, it's easy to put Fubara and PDP together as one and deal with them. Now Fubara has crossed to APC. Now Fubara cannot be in APC and the president will be fighting him.
Okay.
Are you getting my point? So the president will not be fighting. He will not be romancing with the president. Now being equal to Wike before the president, because he is the commander-in-chief of that state, and the president will want to hear more from him than from Wike, because everybody, all the machines in that state, answers to he's the one driving, because he's the governor. But Wike has some structures in Rivers. Now the structure he has in Rivers is working because Wike and the president are facing Fubara, because Fubara was in PDP before.
You're referring to what initially happened?
Yes. Now that Fubara has crossed, it's now in the good book of the president. Okay. Now, since it's a good book of the president, it's now equal to Wike before the president. You know, not the lower person we are fighting, but a friend now that we have brought into the caucus. Now that is part of the caucus, you can't fight him now. It's difficult for you to fight him with. If you want to, you must be able to come up with a tangible evidence. And what the president wants in that area is for that state to be delivered to him. And if Fubara is giving the pointer that he can do it, then what is the benefit of Wike? Wike must work with Fubara.
Yeah.
And if Wike must work with Fubara, then Fubara has the opportunity of going for the second term.
But now that they're at a crossroad where, like you rightly disclosed, there's a conflict of interest, we don't know precisely, because Wike is saying that he refused to align with the agreement, this agreement in quote, that we don't know what they agreed to. You understand that he refused to align with any agreement. He has not put his feet forward. That's one. That's aside. Before Fubara joined the APC, he was at a closed-door meeting with the president. Obviously, that meeting means, Mr. President, I'm now under your umbrella. I know that now I'm defecting. This guy will still kick up dust. I want you to give me the assurance that you will protect my ambition, and I intend to run for a second term. But if this is going on, are we going to see a cold issue between the president and Wike? Because if Fubara is now the president's boy per se, and Wike is saying, I don't want you, I made a mistake, because he said it yesterday that this back end dog made him. He made reference to the fact that he was one who made Fubara. He made him and made him governor. So if Fubara now has the protection of the president, and Wike is refusing to align with that anointing or immunity presented to Fubara by the president, what then happens? Are we going to see a disruption?
Of course. One thing is this: the president.
But Wike says he's already touring rivers to get support for Tinubu in 2027.
Do you know the thing now? In fact, Fubara, Wike actually said the whole thing that is working, against. That's why you see him fighting back. He's fighting back. One thing is this: you did the structure for him before. Fubara was in PDP. You now did the structure for him by putting all the chairmen in rivers. You made them APC. Is that not it? Now, at that time, they all see Fubara as the head because Fubara was in PDP. Now, Fubara has decamped. The moment he decamped now, you can't see him as your enemy again. You must work together with him. So all those structures that Wike put together will come under Fubara now. Now, if the three of them sit together, the two of them sit together before the president will want to balance the power. You don't know. He wants to balance the influence of the two of them before him. He will say, this guy has become one of us now. We can't be fighting him again. So, okay, what do you want? What do you want? If Fubara says, okay, what I want is that I want to go second term, and Wike said no, and the president will need Fubara. You want to balance the whole thing. You can say, okay, don't worry, I'll give you next minister when I win second term. Why let us leave this guy to go for his second term too? Okay. You can see you want to balance it, and one of the card that Wike will put, Fubara will put on the table may be his second term. He may be insisting on that, and the president may say, well, that is what he wants. You say what you want. After all, you can't be governor again.
Like we said, we want to see the template they will run with, because when it comes to electricity supply, is very poor. Some areas have recorded no electricity at all. Some places very low current. Some areas for months no electricity. Some places they will tell you it's because of the transmitter or transformer rather. Transformer, they've not brought it despite people contributing money for it. Beyond that, the prepaid meter, some communities or some wards don't have it. They're waiting for PHCN to provide it for them. They've contributed money to pay and it hasn't arrived. Then they're giving them estimated billing. Even the light they can't actually see. The president had told us that indeed, if they're not able to enjoy power supply, that should be one of the bases for them not to re-elect him in 2027. I don't know what excuse he's going to bring from there. Ladies and gentlemen, let's get your reaction to the conversation we had this evening. Today is the 2nd of January 2026. We are yet to see how the year intends to pan out. Possibly we'll have a better economics fair than what was experienced in 2025. It's too early to say, but let's see how the month actually goes on. The number to call is 080 3692 9933. 080-3692-9933. The WhatsApp number is 0817 1756 338. 0817 1756 338. That's a WhatsApp number. And the number to call is 080 3692 9933. Now, when you call, kindly turn down the volume of your listening device so there is no feedback when you call. Thank you very much. Hello, good evening. First caller today. How are you?
Hello, good evening,
Happy New
Esther.
Year.
I wish you a happy new year.
Yes, what's your name?
Yeah, this is calling from my brother.
Shola?
Yes.
Welcome, Shola. Please go
Thank
ahead.
you so much. I greet your guests to radio too. Happy New Year. Yeah, so let me start with see this weekend and
Fubara.
now, yes, you know, from the onset, I couldn't blame Fubara because when when he reneged, I don't know what happened because we know that Wike selected him. And when the president, you know, impeached him and all, the people neglected him. And let's just be plain, let's just be sincere. I'm not a supporter of Fubara in the sense that I know he was elected. But democracy must come to play. The people, how many people came out when state of emergency was declared and the sole administrator was so when he came back, he didn't have a choice. They said that if you can't beat them, you join them. Now he has played past over a weekend. Meanwhile, there's something some people don't know. The president, he operates a mafia style. If you look at most people that criticize him, he brings them close. And the mafia style is that bring your enemies closer to watch over them. Understand? And that one thing is that if Wike doesn't take time, he's going to discard him. But before he discards him, Wike must have gone to the extreme. So like your guest said, Tinubu being an active politician, you understand? So both of them are still going to be useful to him, but Fubara is more useful. Meanwhile, there's a question I expected you to ask, you know. And the question is that does the people are not the deciding factor, you understand, for the presidency? Because if the president keeps depending and nobody analyst keeps pinpointing the relevance of the governor, you understand, in deciding who wins. You get my point? I don't really am making points. Yeah. So now, so which means that there's a plan to rig. You understand?
Exactly.
There's a plan that the governors are the ones that will manipulate. You understand the result? So the way it is, you know, we still have a long way to go in this year. Yeah. But Wike is what I say is that his arrogance, if he doesn't take time, will shut him up completely and make him irrelevant. And for Obi, I want to round up on Obi this. I thought as much because as a system, Obi cannot go on his own on another platform because the system will not allow him to be relevant. So like some people have been saying, even by Saturday, what have been is a permutation. And by Saturday said that some people should apologize to him yesterday. There's no apology on anything. I knew that at the end, Obi might come to ADC, but Obi should know at the back of his mind that Atiku will be the flag bearer because Obi doesn't have the money. So, and if Obi now decides to be the VP, me personally, I know there are some people like me. We are only looking at how Nigeria can get better, and it can only get better when we weed out all those old power blocks. And Atiku is part of it because I sit down against Atiku. I show that he's a religious guy. Why am I saying this? The brother died. He commiserated. He's a religious
he deleted after he was supposedly bullied out.
And he withdrew. He withdrew his commiseration. So what is there? How was the guarantee that Atiku, you understand, is going to hand over to Obi? So Obi, like some people are suggesting and advising him, he knows as he's going there is going to be a VP, he's going to be redundant, and that doesn't signify any hope for Nigeria. It's going to be a cycle, you know, merry-go-round issue about Nigeria. So let me leave room for others to talk.
Thank you very much, Shola. But he has maintained that he's not running for vice, and he's going for the open primary. So it now depends on whoever wins and says, be my VP, and he declines and says, I will support you, but I'm not here to be VP. So I don't know how.
Or have another plan, which is that if he contests and it's not giving the ticket, he doesn't go for anything. He waits. But the platform is
that's what I just said now. If they offer him the VP, I just said what you're reiterating, that if they give him the VP, they suggest it to him. If he doesn't turn out, he may decline it and say, okay, but we will support you. We will support whoever emerges as a ticket flag bearer.
next one, he will now contest again.
He said by 2031, he may not continue with politics. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
How are you? Happy New
Fine.
Year.
Same to you.
What is your name?
One for Emmanuel.
Okay, go ahead. Where are you calling from? You know the procedure. Don't wait for me to ask you.
I'm calling from Lagos.
All right, go ahead.
What I'm saying about Wike and Fubara is that Wike should allow Fubara to go to the second tenure. After all, it was somebody that put him there, that made him governor. I don't see any reason why he's disturbing Fubara. And again, I don't even know the party where Wike is. Whether he's in APC or still in PDP. I don't know. He has not declared anything.
Okay, thank you very much. He's still in PDP. Oh, that's what he says. 08036929933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. 0817-1756-338. That's the WhatsApp number to send your messages to, and the number to call is 08036929933. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Happy New Year.
I wish you the same.
What is your name?
Yeah, well done. My name is Olajide Akishola. I'm calling from Mamu Ward of you.
Olamide Akinshola. Olajide. Okay, Olajide. Okay, Olajide. Yeah. Please go ahead.
Concern about Wike, what is on ground now? Wike has no party. He has no fender to fly again because Fubara is now flag bearer of APC. Because president cannot fight his governor supporting his opponent. Wike has no party again. PDP is already expelling him. So he cannot join APC. APC cannot allow him to do the rubbish he has started to do. He just turned to half of a split where they cut it to two. He cannot do anything now. He's not. If he cares not taking, he will be jobless in politician. He cannot be relevant again. That is it.
All right. Thank you very much for calling, Mr. Olajide. Happy New Year to you once again. 08036929933. 08036929933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
Happy New Year.
Yeah, I wish you the same. Yeah, my name is Ayo. I'm calling from Mission.
All right, welcome. Please go ahead.
Yeah, see what's happening between Wike and Fubara. It tells us that this country are not having fair election. That is it. Because we can make us understand that he put Fubara, not that he was voted in. Did you get the point there? If you tell me that you put him in there, that means the election that was done before he was voted, before he was taken, before he was elected as the governor of the state, means the election is of no meaning. So what I'm trying to bring in here is that they should stop killing Nigeria. Let them allow the right thing to be done. And then by the time the right thing is being done, everybody is free. Now what's happening to people of them now is telling us that without Godfather, it can be there will be a real person that will handle a post in this country. So let it go and buy. That issue of Godfather should stop in this country. Yes, nobody is born to be in charge of any other person. We are all born equally in this country. So that when you contest, we have somebody who contested. Not somebody who told that he is a Godfather. He is put there and he tell us to do there. And then you can't go there to stop the people. You go there to stop the short person called Godfather. So what I'm saying is that let the eyes of Nigeria be open and let this nonsense stop and let us get the freedom fully. Thank you.
Thank you very much for calling. 08036929933. 08036929933. The WhatsApp number is 0817-1756-338. 0817-1756-338. Hello, good evening. Happy New Year to you.
Hello, good evening, Sister Esther and Dayo. Good evening.
Good evening, sir. Happy New Year.
The same to you. Please, my intake this evening is
What is your
concerning
name, sir?
about.
What is your name?
My name is Azizi Kechemela
All right.
from Uganda.
Welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Yeah, my intake is concerning about this tax issue. I want to ask, is there any difference between tax and the VAT? I hope they are different.
All right. Yes, they are. Value added tax. Anytime you go purchase an item, they include it in the item you purchased.
Yeah. Do you
Yes.
know why I bring it? Is something that brings in something to the finance or money into the Nigeria pocket. You see, when this VAT was introduced in 1993, I was a union president in the company where I worked then. So when this issue comes, I have to go to the director, and the director was telling me, it's an Englishman, he told me that in the European countries, many European countries, they are basically on that VAT. That if my country should use the VAT very well, that it will take 7 important key items in this country.
Okay.
And he counted them: health, security, education, and name them 7 things, light and the road. So when he named it, I was asking him. He said, yes, I should go and realize government are not using all these things. That this is what many European countries are using. That we are
Okay, instead of using the broad term mandatory financial charges imposed by government, you should rather use a specific type of consumption tax levied on just goods and services. That one is better instead of taxing every other aspect.
And they said that even though when they do that, they will get more money. But when I come to, I was a little opportunity to be very close to the sales department. So when I saw that, I know that my company as of that time was making up to 20 to 30 million a day, a small scale company. Comparing a big company like Guinness, Nestle, and other CTZ and this, you know how much it is. Would we have people monitoring all these things? Because I don't know where this money is going. Is it going into personal or this? Because what we are talking is tax. What about that tax? Even if you look at it now, any call you make, they will tax you. Anything you buy, they will tax you. Who is taking care of all this? This is what we should be asking the government in the questions that this is tax issue or this is VAT issue. How let them give us the account or accountability of this account so that we can be able to know how all these things are spent. But if you look at it now, all these things is entering into individual pockets. That is my input.
Thank you very much. Okay, so I think what he's saying, because if, for example, in comparison to what he's talking about the US uses a sales tax system, while about maybe 100 and whatever other countries they use, most of them use a VAT system. That is European countries, they really use the VAT system. Now for the sales the use of sales tax and the VAT is almost the same thing, but it's specifically on goods and services consumed that is being taxed. All right, those specific type of consumption tax which is levied on certain goods and services is what most of these European countries actually use, and they make more money from it compared to taxing generally like the Nigerian government is doing. That's what he's saying. And even for a company, when they put that value added tax on their goods and services that consumers pay and pay for, the company even makes more money from it before they now pay the tax to the government. So the government profits and the company profits. That's what he's trying to clarify. But that the Nigerian government is not using the sales tax system. We're not utilizing the VAT.
No,
so
what he also added that this tax, what he's trying to say is that the government is making huge money from tax.
From both ends.
From that value added tax. But that value added tax, the accountability is poor.
Very poor.
In that area. Now, you are doing that. That's why we keep saying that with this new tax, take care of all those ones, and all those ones will still be existing in pari passu with this one. Okay. That's the questions that Nigerians are asking.
All right. Hello. Our phone don't start to. Phone don't hang go.
It's a glitch.
It's glitchy.
Okay,
hello. Good evening.
Good evening.
Hello.
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 Good evening, sir. Good evening. Turn down the volume of your radio kindly, please. I actually gave that instruction before I started picking up calls.
Sorry, no.
Good evening. So what's your name? Happy New Year to you, by the way.
My name is Tony from Satellite.
Mr. Tony, Happy New Year to you.
Thank you.
All right, sir. Please go ahead.
So, the area I want to say about Kaodi, I thank God you joined this edits because most of them that are there, what this government, present government is doing to rig election, so many of them there, they know about it. So, you know what I know. So the thing now will be competitive. It will not be one-sided affair. So all these governors that are elected, some of them, I don't think they will see go back second term. Because what you know, the people on the other side know it. So we should not bother for all those defectors. Then another thing I want to say about this ILEC of a thing, because that is where this present government is relying upon. I wish we would get electronic voting. Electronic voting. Nobody will go to polling booths. If you don't vote for this party, people should pack and go. This will happen to you. So that's the area. If they can get it right, this government will start packing before the time. Thank you.
All right, thank you for calling, sir. Thank you. All right, the number to call is 080-3692-9933. That's the number. Wike has shot himself in the foot. That's why he's running up and down. Tinubu is going to sack him soon. APC governors are not happy with Wike. Ken Okogun from the UK. Mr. Ken, all right, well done. Esther, good evening. Happy New Year. Esther, your government really wants monkey to be working while elephant is eating this tax. Where are we going to make this tax money from, please? Is it a country that can't even create a job for the people? Wow. Hope they are going to pay the tax, sir. White Lily from Iyanupaja. White Lily, they say now all of us go pay. Good evening and Happy New Year. Thank you. You didn't put your name. Good evening. Hello, how are you? I don't know vex, so I don't know what's in the happen. Hello? Hello?
Hello?
Good evening. Happy New Year.
Good evening, Happy New Year, one.
Alright, what's your name, please?
My name is Ijoma. I'm calling from Ikotu.
Ijoma from Ikotu. Happy New Year to you. Please go ahead.
Happy New Year, ma. Yes, ma. I just want to join the tax issue.
Okay.
Yes, I'm saying about about to start the tax. I don't know actually how the way the tax is going to benefit us, because other countries that are taking those tax, few of them are paying the citizens, the youth, and everything.
Ijoma, are you a small scale business owner? What kind of business do you do? Or you're working for someone?
No, I'm just a businessman. I'm doing I can do baking soap, cake.
Okay. So how much comes in a month? Is it up to 100K or more than 100K?
No. I'm just a little bit. By the way, I just put to bed. I'm not yet start my business back.
Okay, no. The reason why I'm asking these questions is to help you clarify. Based on what Mr. Taiwo told us, if you're earning 100,000 naira and below, you will not be taxed. That's what we're told. So you wouldn't need to be taxed because you're almost like a poor Nigerian. It is those who make more than that in a month, like possibly, let's say, 150, 200, 250, thereabout, that, they can move your money. Okay.
800,000 in a year. So you divide that by 12.
Okay.
That's the minimum in a month.
But he responded to to that. He specifically mentioned certain amounts you can earn in a month that they will not tax you. So he says if you're earning 100,000 naira in a month, that's the I watched his interview and that's what he said. So you wouldn't be taxed. But if you calculate it annually for a year, you definitely make up to 800,000. So if that's the case, obviously you have to be taxed. So these are the clarifications we're asking them these are the clarifications we're asking them to give us. Ijoma, thank you very much for calling. Hello, good evening. How are you?
Yeah, good evening.
Welcome, sir. Happy New Year.
Yeah, same here. My name is Adekunle from Ojo Barracks.
Adekunle from Ojo Barracks. Adekunle, welcome.
Yeah, thank you very much. What I want to say is that you can see how this government is driving this issue of tax reform. That is going to benefit only the government and not the masses, because the masses, if they are taxing the rich, the masses are still going to pay. But why is it that it's difficult for this government and the legislators to give us electoral reform that will benefit the people? Look at the way the president is saying no going back, and Tayo is saying no going back. Why can't they use the same power, the same strength to give us something that is going to stabilize our country? For God's sake, and for Wike and Fubara, and even the president, you can see the characters that we are expecting to come and fix Nigeria. These are not the characters that will fix this country for us. It's unfortunate for those people that are, if Fubara is saying the president, they are going to work for president. How can you expect me, if I'm in River State, that I've made up my mind and my governor will be telling me that I'm going to vote for this president, that we have not seen anything for the past 3 or 2 years, and the governor will be telling me that I will vote for him? It's unfortunate. I just pray that Nigerians will wake up. We have been fooled for long, and we are still sleeping. We are still docile. We don't even know what is happening to us. Look at the security everywhere, killing, and some people are still clapping for this government. What is wrong with us in this country? For God's sake, Lord will help us.
Amen. Amen. Thank you for calling. Somebody says, hello, good evening, Esther. My name is Harrison from Ejigbo, Lagos. This government, they're here to tax the living hell out of us Nigerians. Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you. Good evening, Auntie Esther. I travel money and didn't give direction on how to use the money. Afe from Ishari. Afe, I don't understand. Good evening, VOP. My name is Onyechi. I am earning 106,000 naira monthly. Am I also going to be taxed?
Yes. 106,000 times 12.
106,000
times 12 minus 800,000. Then the rest will tax it.
Maybe a very tiny percentage, a very minute percentage. A very minute percentage.
That's about around 130,000 minus 80. Should be like 70,700. So we'll tax 700.
They'll tax from the 700.
So tax from 800. What I said that 100 and something she's earning times
106.
106 times 12. 12 times 12, 144. Plus this one, to like 150,000, roughly. So they will remove 800,000 from it. Remaining 700,000. So they will not tax the 700.
That's what I'm saying. They will tax the 700. Hey.
13,000 minus 700.
If that's the
close
case,
to 100,000.
Why did Mr. Taiwo usually tell us that 100K? You know,
no,
and
that's why I said it's not. I don't understand.
Then when you now do when you do a year calculation like that, is more than that. Is these are the
he said in that what we had in that thing is that 800 is per year. Yearly they did it. That's not monthly. So he said 800,000.
Okay, so why say if you earn 100K per month, you will not be taxed? But if at the end of the year, that is per annum, is 800K and above, you'll be taxed.
So if you earn 100,000. And you times it by in a year, that's 120,000 now.
That's the thing.
And it's telling us that if you earn 100,000, you will not be taxed. Your ass is above the threshold.
Oh, wow.
You understand what I'm saying? So where is it getting its own? I don't.
It's calculation.
Yeah, maybe it's confused somehow. Doesn't.
This is not giving any sleek at all. It's not calming my steez at all.
Hello,
good evening. Happy New Year.
Yeah, it's same to you, Esther Wajoku and Mr. Kundaya. Great to know.
Thank you so much, sir. Welcome.
Yeah, my name is Okudele, calling from Alagbado.
Okudele. So you called his name Okud. Are you from Anambra State?
I'm from Imo State. You're from the same state.
You're speaking like Anambra.
Yes, I grew up in Anambra. My dad is from Anambra. I serve Anambra man.
Yes, Anambra dialect. All right, Okudele, welcome. Please go ahead.
I want to ask a question. Those people who are supporting this government,
What are the basic of supporting them? Are they supporting this government because they are doing good? Are they supporting this government because of tribalistic or sentiment, or because it's our own turn or our brother? I want to know, because a government that doesn't listen to people, a government who said whether you like it or not, what they say stands. Automatically, there should be that nobody should. If it's a good country where people reason well, I don't think that any reasonable human being in this country will support this government. The government has failed woefully. We are suffering, and they want to bring more suffering this year, and they're expecting for people to vote for them to 27. I don't myself question. I keep on asking this, even on the road, even in the street. I ask questions. If you are supporting this government, what are the reasons why you are? Tell me the reason. Just give me a good reason, genuine reason that make you to support this government. If you can convince me with one thing, I will be happy. Even the Minister of Works who are saying something that Igbos are this or this or that, go and ask him. I want to travel. I can't travel because I'm afraid of bad roads. So people sleep 2 days in the road. My friend traveled the voice, they still on the road. The road will spoil your motor. The road will damage your car. The road will damage everything.
Especially the road to the east. I don't know why. The road is bad.
What is going on? They should at least listen to us for once, even if not for everything. Because we are Nigerians. They say that our fathers, they are our leaders. Are they rulers? Right. Because the only people that doesn't listen is the rulers. But leaders listen to the people who they are leading. That's my own take. Good night.
All right, thank you so much, Okodele, for calling. Well, I think I don't want to surmise or generalize by saying people like the government. I think it's the people that like the president. So by extension, if you're supporting the president, you have no choice but to support his government. So there are fanatics that love the president. There's nothing you're saying. It's not concern them. They just love him as a person. So it's him they're supporting. I want to believe.
And another thing that people don't know, that we that are talking here, we actually support the government. You know why? Because we are pointing out where they can do well.
No government can thrive without criticism. Now.
We are pointing out what people are saying so that government can work on that and then be loved by the people.
Hello, good evening. Turn down the volume of your radio, please.
Hello.
Happy New Year. Turn down the volume of your radio.
I'm telling you already.
Happy New Year, sir. Welcome.
Thank you. I work.
Augustus now. You know, see where we do.
It's better now.
I
just want to talk to you about this president. That one is, we just Idi Amin of Uganda. This is Idi Amin of Nigeria. Whatever he said is what he's going to do. He don't care for anybody. They don't care. They don't want to care. So God will help us in Jesus' name.
Amen.
And there could be. Well done, eh?
Thank you very much. Thank you for calling. So I see a couple of you calling on WhatsApp. The call is dropping. It's not staying. I don't know what is wrong. So better call you better send a message rather, because your calls come and drops. It just cuts off. It doesn't even stay, cuts off. If I even try to attempt to pick it, it goes off. Another call. I don't know what's happening. All right. So please call the number 080-3692-9933. 080-3692-9933. Kindly do that. All right. Hello. Good evening. 080-3692-9933. That's the number to call. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. How are you?
My name is Ralph. I'm good, Ralph from Sunlight Town.
Ralph, Happy New Year, Ralph.
Same to you all. I appreciate you for the work.
Thank you very much.
And our guest did a wonderful job as well.
Yeah, thank you, sir.
Let's talk about Nigeria expecting something new from this government. It's impossible. Yeah, government is not about seasonal that you plant corn, pour water, and it grows. A government that will be good will be the day is one and not the day of years counting. Yeah. Nothing changes, we just change date. We sleep and wake up. So I don't see any foundation they are making for the government to improve. Rather, this task. I want people coming up with the idea of the tax will not affect me. It is for the rich. It's impossible. It is impossible. This government always comes in with this idea. And I don't know whether they're paying some people on Insta blog. I'm sorry. on bloggers to go and make these things as if there is no job there. It is not for you. It is for the rich. If I'm working for the rich today, my driver is working for me, and I start paying and I pay tax in producing things. Can the price of that thing go higher? Who is going to consume them? Not the final consumption will still pay for it. So when they talk about tax that you not favor the poor, it's impossible. Let's know all these things. Therefore, okay, look at, for instance, as everyone have been saying, what of the issue of subsidy? Only we benefit. Have we benefited anything? Is anything cheaper today in Nigeria? The answer is no. So is it the one is not start off this last one now that supposed to get better? It is impossible. Because they have no plan to make Nigeria better. The issue of Wike and Fubara, to me, last Wike we lose. But Tinubu will use him completely to get second time if it's possible, for what I'm saying. But he will lose. Because presently he's not a member of APC. He's not a member of PDP. PDP has expelled him. Then APC as well might not give him that position when the finally comes to them. Because a lot of people have been there before him. It doesn't count all these things well. So let's be watching. But people that are hoping that 2006 will get better. It is impossible, please. Let's just keep working. God bless you people.
All right, thank you. But let's be positive, okay? Let's not discourage anyone who actually has a positive mindset for the year 2026. They say when you positively believe something, the elements will actually align in regard to that. So let's be positive that something will be different this year. Something that will be different that will benefit Nigerians will come up this year. That's the positivity that I actually want us to imbibe and also exude. All right, Shakanade from Alabaro says, good evening, sweet Queen Esther of UAP. I love you. I love you too. He said, make I leave Nigeria Wahala, focus on loving this year. Oh, you see? He's focusing on loving this year. I love you. I love you. Yes, so if not, you go just your head go. You go. All right, good evening, Esther Wachkwana. Wonderful man. When it comes to political analysis, Happy New Year to our VOP family. This issue of Fubara and Wike's superiority is becoming childish. A couple of days back, Wike was on FM 104. He was so full of himself, boasting as if he is the INEC. He sounded like the election was lost and won. He is presently in Rivers State touring all the local government areas as if he remains the governor. Even when he was asked if Fubara was the number one man of APC, he made mockery of the question. APC has really perfected their rigging plans for 2027. I saw in social media where it was reported that the president said that even if Jesus leads ADC, it would take a world war to dethrone him. Again, for the supporters of the president, I hope that they continue after first quarter of this year. We are all in the same boat. And Mosaic Braces from Agbara Access of Lagos. Good evening, Esther and Mr. Lowell. It is so unfortunate at the junction we are. The only reason these governors are defecting is because of rigging. But one thing is for sure, and that I am seeing determination in the eyes of Nigerians now. One of the issues we are going to face is thuggery. Since nothing has been done about electoral reform, thuggery is alternative, but I know God will touch the bad boys because I used to discuss with some of them. I know, and they're also tired of the system. Chris from Ejibu. All right, this person says, Esther, welcome to New Year. We've been asking questions, but no answer. So what do we do again? Chooks from Ishari will continue to ask. Adibo, and okay, this one says, good evening, Esther and the guest in the house. Happy New Year. Let me be frank. Peter Obi has taken a decisive measure by joining ADC, and also Rivers State Governor has played faster than Wike. It's very unfortunate that some people will come up on the national radio using tribalistic sentiment in analyzing an issue that is very open and sincere. Anyone that says Peter Obi is not qualified to contest for president, time shall tell. On jihadists in no far distance, you will see what will happen to them in this country. That was so sweet before the shenanigan began. I pray that God will see all of us through this year. Remain blessed. Ikemefuna John from Ojekunle Ladipo. All right, thank you so much, Ikemefuna, for your message. All right, Esther, the only way Nigerians can believe government promises about this tax matter is if they first retrieve all stolen monies by government officials and account for them kobo to kobo. Malami, Chris Ingige, and many of the legislators in the National Assembly, if we retrieve Nigerian stolen monies in their possessions, we can pay all our debt, fix all the roads, pay all the doctors, build hospitals. Then small confidence will build for Nigerians to effortlessly pay taxes. Chiedu from Ogun State. Hello, good evening.
Good evening. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, sir. Welcome.
This is Babajide Lawansin from Riba Housing Estate.
Babajide Lawansin, welcome, sir. Please go ahead.
Mr. Lawa Kundayo.
Good evening.
Thanks
sir.
for your analysis.
Sir.
Yes, you see, the president and commander-in-chief, he has a lot of party members that can back up his bill. If he says, out of the money we have made from fuel.
Hello, sir. Oh, sir, please kindly call back, okay? His connection went off. Sir, please call back, all right? Maybe, or his credit finished. Good evening, Esther. Happy New Year to all VOP mites. This guy going to give us name. The truth is that there is no peace for the wicked, and the evil men do lives with them. Both Wike and Fubara, there will be no peace for them. This is just the beginning. Chika Obodo from Osho. Chika be coming down. Hello.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening, sir. Happy New Year.
I wish you all the best.
How you day?
I'm fine.
Welcome.
Thank you. My name is James. I'm calling from Songwater.
James from Songwater. James, welcome. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Yes. I greet your guest here.
Mr. Nawal.
Yeah, good evening, sir.
Yes. May God bless you, sir.
Amen. I claim it.
Thank you. Thank you. I just want to thank you. And
Mr. James, you will not bless me. Bless me.
God bless you. God bless you too. This government is not tire us. I don't feel like for you. Yeah? I tell you, I never witnessed almost 45 years now. I never witnessed this kind of government in my life. Yeah? Hello?
We didn't hear you, Oga. We didn't hear you.
Yes, this government, even soldier government, even good pass this one, I'll tell you. Eh? Only thing where I will tell you, say we achieve under this man. Is only this national anthem that it changed. I will not like for it. All the propaganda, all the other people will call, say Lagos, Calabar, Coastal Express, this and that. Now my lie. I tell you, immediately this man enter this government, where they announce him, I say, let Nigeria wash. This man will have nothing to offer us. Look at this subsidy, where they talk. Since that time, Nigeria is still borrowing. Nothing to point out. You understand? So God bless you people. And one day, my prayer will say, they think as if they are God. They are just talking about 2027, but they don't know God's plan. So my own will say, I always pray for this country every day and night. Let the will of God be done, and it will happen. As they think as if all power belongs to them, they don't forget say there is God. Thank you. May God bless you.
Thank you for calling. Thank you. He said that is the national anthem. That's the only thing.
And I like the national anthem. Truly.
Nigeria,
it really speaks for who we are.
It speaks for who?
It speaks who we are.
Really?
Yes. Go and study. Go and listen to it very well. Compared to Arise or Compared to that's a military. That's a military anthem now.
Okay, turn down the volume of your radio. Hello.
Yeah.
Happy
Hello.
New Year.
I listen to you.
How are you, sir?
Yeah, fine.
Please go ahead.
My dear, this government have tired everybody. I've been listening to you people all this while. Okay, I know that they don't listen to news. They don't listen to news. They will see that Nigerians are lamenting, and this evil man don't want to shift by saying that you must all right, sorry for that. Let me withdraw that. But I want to say that implementers and you don't care, but the life of Nigerians are going. I did not put force to stop the killings. If that Trump did not, President of America did not put mouths, who will know where we are? Yesterday, the ISWAP give condition that if you not belong to Muslim or the Islam,
if you don't
you pay with your life. You pay with it. Till now, no, they don't off.
But anything that will suppress Nigeria, this is what this man will implement. First subsidy,
anything after that thing. None of
yes,
comment about it.
Yes.
So they're focusing on politics.
Yes. So the Nigerian life does not mean anything to them. Nigerian life do not mean anything to this government. They will tell us every truth. They will forget about I'm a Yoruba or Igbo or Hausa. Because when any problem come, you will face it whether you be Igbo or Hausa or Yoruba. All this nonsense should stop. Now we are talking about this election reform. They are not care for that because they know that one is against them. They know that one can push them out from that seat. They occupy this seat as if they will remain there forever. But I think somebody, the last person that spoke now, they don't know the mind of God. They don't know the mind of God. They think that they are God of themselves. Look at the level they are sheep. Many cannot travel because there is no money in their pockets. Fuel subsidy. We are not benefiting anything from fuel subsidy. One thing I discover in this government that when they press the masses to the wall finish. When they see the masses do not bite, they relax again and they pose another body. That's another body they pose on us again. And they know say that Nigeria cannot make any noise. They know that Nigeria cannot bite. And they keep pressing Nigerians and Nigeria everybody because when Hausa man is on the seat, Hausa people will relax. By the way, how would I talk because it's my brother? Well, now Yoruba man, everybody go relax because he's my brother. But my dear, how long will this continue? How long? Is it when all of us die finish? Now look at what the ISWAP said yesterday. They keep quiet. Does it mean that the federal government does not know these people? They are playing with Nigeria's life. Dozens of people are dying every day by bomb and killings, reckless killings. None of Nigerian life is much important again to them. But you go to America, any life that goes, the government must search and know what caused it. Right. Is it not one of the citizens that came?
Thank you.
Hey, man is angry. Oh, sorry, please, oh.
Baba no agree, oh.
Please, oh.
Somebody sent a message that okay, have you thanked PBAT for giving Nigeria a Dangote refinery that is feeding the whole Nigeria? What's your name? You didn't tell me your name. AB from Ekpe. All right. Okay, that's AB from Ekpe. He's saying that we need to thank the president.
What is
for giving Nigeria a Dangote refinery?
What's the benefit of Dangote to Nigeria? I ask. When we have our refinery, it's not working. Why don't you give us our refinery? Dangote's refinery belongs to Dangote now. Is it not Dangote that is written there?
This person says, Madam Esther, one just say evil man, you start shouting hello. Did he mention name? I beg with a vex so. Oh sita, no vex so biko. We no one
no scatter gari. No scatter gari.
Yeah, just start. You know, the election here now. Everywhere go do kitty kata. So biko, let's use wisdom. Good evening, Esther. God will touch Tinubu as he touched Akpabio. Emeka from Oshodi. In what way, sir? How did he touch? Akpabio withdrew all the defamation suits against
okay, Natasha.
So is it not just Natasha, other people too for defaming? Is that what you mean? I hope. Okay. No wahala. Okay, the same person said, Esther, baby, I have sent you a list of 24 things that PBAT has done in the last 2 years. I challenge you to read it. Why asking why we are supporting PBAT? Oh, okay. I see the list now. It says, if we support Jagaban, we are data boys. Those against him, the Grandmaster Strategist and Grandmaster of Coalition Awards. Okay, why? Where the list now, AB? Where the list? Maybe you know right list though. Wait till they see here in a comparison they make. You know right list. This person says, you guys, Anthony says we're doing a good work. Thank you, Anthony. Thank you. This one says, you didn't read my message. As I sent it, why? The truth must be told, please. Please, what did you say? Oh, I read it now. Chika Obodo. I read it oh. Okay. Please push. Don't start. You make one start to me this evening. I know in Nigeria.
2026.
Please, Esther, is the tax by 20% after the 800K? I be by how many percentage are they calculating it from Roxy, Mr. Lawal?
I think before I had 23, now I think they said it's 13. I don't even know which one.
So is the tax by 20% after the 800K?
After the 800K, they will start taxing. Then
Is it by 20% or less than that?
I think it's less. They said that before I had 23. Later, I think they said 13 or something. You know, there's a disparity now. They said there are two documents until they harmonize it before we now know where we are going, because we don't know what's in the other one.
Okay. AB don't call AB. You don't send down.
Yeah. Yes.
He says, okay, Coastal Road,
Yeah.
Sokoto Badagry
That is not
Road.
finished.
Now
Which
for
one is not finished?
credit card. If it is credit card, me I go wallap you or AB.
Which
I
card
don't
you
see any evidence for credit card. I don't dey follow that credit card. I don't dey follow. I don't see that one. Tax bill, local government.
Yeah, how's that tax bill benefit us?
Wetin don't do.
Is
Local
it to
government autonomy never start. Supreme Court don't give judgment, but they never agree and they never implement them. More funds for sub-nationals, Northwest Development Commission, Northeast Development Commission, North Central Development Commission, Southwest, women empowerment. His appointment has favored plenty of women like never before. Youth empowerment. His appointment has favored plenty of youth like never before. Revival of East-West Road. He's the brain behind Dangote refinery that is feeding the whole of Nigeria today. He has kickstarted the refurbishment of all police training ground, making Governor Peter Ndubisi Mba as a chairman. 20 creation of forest guards. He has the capacity of a leader that can take Nigerians to the moon. All he needs is our support. AB.
All he read now is just a fantasy.
AB is feeling the government. Allow him. Don't discredit him. Your reality is different from his reality.
That's what I'm saying. That it's in fantasy.
AB, well done. God bless
they keep, you. They keep saying that Dangote is to the benefit of Nigeria. Dangote refinery is owned by Dangote and it's making profits now. Esther, why can't we have our own refinery?
Esther, good evening. Happy New Year. Why don't you normally this was Adetokunbo. See now, Adetokunbo sent message today. He did not send message, he sent complaints. Now, Adetokunbo, how am I not reading your message? Okay, Mabinu, please send the real message you want to send so that I can read it. Happy New Year to you. But I don't want us to fight this year. I don't want to have enemies. I want to love. This is a year of love. Please, I want to love. Okay? This person says, how is the new tax law punishment for the masses? Most of those who are talking about the new tax law don't know anything about it. They're only following the crowd. Take a look at this and see if the poor will be taxed or otherwise. Even this is not yet complete. They will still deduct allowances like pension, part rent, mortgage. 800K exception limit will also be deducted before you are taxed. In fact, there is no additional burden on those that have been doing it since. There are rather more benefits, but the rich are pushing the poor to fight for them because they know people don't read to understand concepts. The poor just need someone to put narratives against the government and they will follow him as their messiah even if the narration is working against the poor. Stephen Akimbisola from Ijegun, Lagos. Stephen, Happy New Year to you. Nigerians, neither Wike or Fubara, what the president is interested in is a heart that is wicked that can deliver Rivers State to his interests, not for gains of Rivers people. From UC Akpakpa. Okay. Hello, good evening. Happy New Year.
Happy New Year to you and Esther. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, this is Akin.
Welcome.
Yeah, I greet your guests there.
Good evening, sir.
Yes, sir. I want to ask something that is bothering me, you know. I'm an artist and furniture for that matter. Sometimes they will send me with like 1 million to buy the materials. And out of that 1 million, maybe 100,000 is my own workmanship there. So how can I do? Just explain to me now. I don't understand what about
it. They will not tax you.
Who told you that?
They will not tax you.
Let me
They will not tax you. Tax you.
No. They will send me 1 million to work. Out of that 1 million, my own money there is just 100K at my own workmanship. That's what I mean. They will send the whole money on my account. To my account, the whole 1 million. So I think going to remove tax from that 1 million.
Okay, so tell the person that whoever is going to send you that 1 million, they should describe it to.
Esther,
that
is not the question.
Hold on.
Okay.
They should I know where he's coming from. They should describe it to. that 1 million is not as if it's coming to you like now you dey chop and say now money they give you to go buy material, but your own profit out of it is like maybe 100k or less than, right?
Yes.
Tell the person we go send you the money to make it describe them.
How?
Okay.
What do you mean
give
how?
him an example.
He knows now when they send it through the.
Just give him one sentence to use in describing it.
Mr. Oga, you don't, should you understand what I mean?
I understand. Okay, let me say. Okay, let's say for Eluma for 1 year, and they send you the money to me for more than 10 times. So by the end of the year now, they will calculate all those money. I remove tax on it, Abi.
Is it every time that they give you more? Is it every month that you receive that your profit is 100k from the materials you buy?
No, not
exactly,
every month.
It's not every month now.
1 million. Now will just be 100k.
No. I don't think you'll be taxed. But another thing is, whenever you have such deals or contracts, whoever is sending you the money should please write a description of that money. That it's not like it's a profit. It's money for buying building materials, money for plumbing work or something. When they send it to you, yes, just you had it to the description to you. That's all. Okay.
Okay, man. Thank you, man.
Thank you very much. Good night, sir. Enjoy your evening. This person says, please, yes, narration. Somebody just sent it. Mr. Stephen Akimbisola from Ijegun, Lagos says, put narration on money sent. Exactly. So I don't know why Mr. Lawa wants to confuse me this night. Esther is saying you should put narration. Oh, yes. Thank you. Thank you so much. God bless you. Exactly. That's it. Good evening, Madam Esther. Special greetings to Mr. Lawa Ekundayo.
Thank you,
guys. You guys are doing well. Saying the new tax law will not affect the poor is a big fat lie. This was the same thing they said about the fuel subsidy. APC government can never be trusted. Glory from Isolo. It is well. What Esther said is right. Description, Chris from Ejigbo. Thank you so much. God bless you, Chris. 52 million people is 10 billion. With everything they are benefiting from our resources, it's not enough. Now they want to collect the 50 naira that I will use and buy one sachet water. Jude from Ejigbo. This person says that AB is no. Now don't abuse. You don't abuse ABO. I said your reality is different from AB's reality. Don't abuse anybody. I beg.
No insult.
Hi Esther. Happy New Year. Don't know why you're helping data boys to do free promo. Do free promo for this government. If they want to come and do advert, let them come and pay for the advert. The tax policy will definitely not favor the poor as it is built to empower the rich. Finally, the tax policy will definitely make people to start hoarding money at home, just as they do abroad in order to avoid paying tax. Should be in our payments where government see. It goes soon say, Abby. Sean. Okay, Sean. This person says, Oga, I don't know why you're asking me. I don't get. AB from Ekwe, Daniel from Idimu. Be a child of God. Esther, the Nigerian president should be asked some questions like 1. Why is he bent on taxing all Nigerians? 2. Where is all looted monies? 3. Subsidy removal monies. 4. How about the taxes we've been paying before now? As all subsidy country, are Nigerians supposed to pay taxes? And many more questions like that. Okay, he has heard you. Hello, good evening.
This is Babajide Lancy calling back.
Hey, Babajide, thank God. All right, sir, continue.
Thank you, Lord. What I'm saying quickly is that President Tinubu have the full capacity and audacity as Commander-in-Chief of the Armed Forces.
Yes, sir.
And with strong support of the House, both Representative and Senate, to say, I want to alleviate the suffering of Nigerian masses. That's one. Out of the 84 trillion excesses got from subsidy, this and that. Let us do more. The military dictator did it in Nigeria before. Murtala Mohammed, when there was no meat in the country, people were crying and this, and he imported it into Nigeria. The less privileged and those that don't have none were able to buy this product. So he can do that. And number 2, bitumen that is common in Jigawa or something like that. You can bring 1/4 of that money to turn it into an industry whereby it becomes a process. A product for sale. For sale. A lot of money will come out for Nigerians. Millions of Nigerians will work there. What are we talking? Cocoa or oil in the east? Bring up these subsidiary industries. Money will come, and a lot of people will be working there. That's what you are saying. Hunger too much in the country.
True.
Please.
True.
Thank you. Thank you
so much, sir, for calling back. Thank you. Good evening, Esther, Mr. Lawal. I believe this country is going the wrong way with this type of politics they play in this country. I hope we don't die of hunger this year. Akwata from Ireland. Akwata, God day. God is certainly available. So somebody says 800,000 divided by 12 months is about 66,000 naira, which is less than the 70,000 naira minimum wage monthly salary in Nigeria. So it beats my comprehension when they say the tax reform is solely for the rich. Good evening, Sister Esther. Good evening, Mr. Lawal. Send Vike from Ikotu. Okay. Good evening, Miss Esther and the guests in the studio. It is appalling to see adults, fathers and mothers dressed up, gathered together in the name of politics just to listen to political jabs, insults, and counter-insults. We seriously need to do better politically. Some politicians are bad examples and they are influencing people negatively. We need to stop them now through our vote rather than giving them the energy to carry on. Thank God from Ikotu. Good evening, VOP. House divided against itself cannot stand. Nigeria is in a comatose. Only divine intervention will save this country, and it will happen soon. Elder Isaac from Idimu. Payee are taxed from the source. Salary can't be taxed again because the employer will tag it as salary. Okay. Well done. Mary from Okafa, I want to know if we should be paying double taxes because before now there has been state tax. Are they striking out the previous tax and replacing it with this national tax? Very good question.
I've been asking that question.
Mary from Okafa, very beautiful question. I'll give that to Mr. Shagun Shopiton. That's very beautiful. Good evening. I am not going to read this message. Do not insult anybody, not on this station. Okay. This is quite lengthy. And we don't really have the time. Good evening, Esther, Mr. Ekondaya. Happy New Year to you, both in the studio. This is my opinion. Is our government not ashamed of themselves that their citizens are making below $700 a year and they want to tax them again? Is it not a shame to them? Danjuma from Iyanupaja. Good evening, Esther. Okay, how are you? No jobs, yet the government wants to collect more tax. Monkite walk, baboon de chop. Truly pathetic. How do you tax people who are just struggling to survive? Olaya Taufik from Alimosho. Nigerians talk too much. No action, no action. Look at what is happening in other African countries. Everybody's living well. The governors, ministers, all deceiving themselves. Nonsense. Mr. Babu, don't vex. So, good evening to Esther and her guest. Well, all this defection to APC make the governors not to do anything for their state. All the allocation will be put in their pocket. It's only God that will help us in this their defection. Dozeman from Iyana Isashi. All right. Good evening, VOP. Please, I wonder what some people mean that Atiku has money. Why must they bring money than competence and a qualified candidate? Are we voting for who has the money in 2027? If so, that's exactly what kept us where we are today. Mind you, it is not everybody that collects bribe. So why not collect the money and still vote your conscience? Ezra Kwesili from Agua. All right. Ezekiel from Lagos says, please, you people should increase the volume of the callers to the highest, or we cannot hear them well, in most of all VAP programs. Okay, thank you very much, Ezekiel. Thank you. We do increase it to the highest volume, so I don't know what the problem is. All right. Good evening, Esther, Mr. Ekundaya. Civilized countries subsidize for their citizens. Only in Nigeria they see subsidy as bad. Tackle the corruptions around subsidy and make life easier for the citizens. In some countries, ordinary cigarette is subsidized. So far, it's made in the country. Only political jobbers support this nonsense. Olamide from Ikotu. Chidi from Oshodi. Esther, do you think it would have been easier for Peter Obi to create his own political party, especially after the 2023 elections? That would have been better than all this confusion. If Shora can have his own party, why can't Obi have his own party? Good question.
Did they register it? Remember, Obedient movement is part of the political party.
But that's what he's saying, that after the 2023 election that he should have started that process. Good evening, Esther. Mr. Akundaya has started analyzing Wike Fubara feud wrongly again. Who told him Fubara is closer to the president than Wike? Wike has a special job and he's doing it perfectly. Don't forget, all Rivers people have said they will support the president. Is it by Fubara's making? Daddy Ozurumba. Good evening, Esther, Mr. Lawal. Concerning the defection of other parties to the ruling APC, it's really alarming and not good for our democracy. The manner is very bad. We need to check it. Could it be that Rotimi Amechi said it's really coming to reality? The political space is closed with the coming of Tinubu. Well, it's looking like a one-party state thingy.
Mm-hmm.
I think the courts caused all of this. If they had penalized those who defected by declaring their seat or whatever vacant, I don't think we would have been seeing this massive defections.
It's even go beyond that. It goes beyond to the House. Had it been the House has fixed the electoral system to the level in which rigging will be almost nothing. You see that the governors will have confidence that, okay, my people will vote for me. Yeah. I'll do things for my people. But now they know, even if the people vote for you, the INEC chairman is still under the president, so anything can happen at that junction. Even when people vote for you, that's the fear.
Yeah, wow. You're the final caller this evening. How are you? Oh, the call dropped. Mr. Lawan, what's your final take?
Yes, this is 2026. Nigerians should be bold. Be bold to fight for what belongs to you. Get it. It's for you. Fight for it and get it. And stop being afraid. That's what I want in this 2026.
All right. Ladies and gentlemen, it's quite a beautiful evening in the city of Lagos. We are expecting that 2026 will turn out fine. Whatever the promises the administration has given, I hope they deliver. That's the important thing. Just deliver, just govern. My name is Esther Wachuku. Once again, Happy New Year to you. I think the entire month of January is going to be New Year.
I hope so.
That's the entire month of January, the first month of the year 2026. All right, do have yourself an amazing evening. Make sure that you relax, be very careful, stay logged on to this space. We'll continue to update you on happenings across the globe. My name is Esther Wachuku. My guest today was Mr. Lawa Ekundaya. Kindly subscribe to my YouTube channel at Estic Media on YouTube. That's ESTIQMEDIA to subscribe, and follow VOP 903 FM across all social media platforms. Do have yourself an amazing evening. Bye for now.